One of those hair days knots. Hello, everybody. It's your favorite, the one and only DavidOman, coming to you from the Oman house, doing my favorite John Machida impersonation, which is the quickest man who's ever talked before. And like all the times you've heard that a million times. Well, this is the 10th millionth time you've ever heard this. That's right. This is John Machida Oman. How are we all doing today? Let's see who's been calling. Evie, Katja. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That's Evie, Katja, and somebody named Y. Why? Because we like you. M-O-U-S-E. No, I just had myself a shot of caffeine. No, I'm kidding. I'm just playing. Get rid of chop chat. I want live chat. That's much better. So, hey, Kel, how are you? I'll see you on Friday night. I know I spoke to Kay. We were discussing it this afternoon. Let me see. Chillin' is Kay. Kel Chill is Kelly. Holy Katja, I thought the book already arrived to you. Hello, Skunk Ape. Long time. My God, it's nice to see you. Oh, Chillin' is Chris, and it's your mom is Chill. I got it. How you doing, Chris? We need to get moving on the making the social media presence felt, because apparently that's a huge metric in getting this gosh darn docuseries out about the house. Apparently they look at that heavily. So, Scott on tape. Hey, Scott, you're chill, but did you forget how to pick up a telephone or return a telephone call? I left you a message 4 days ago now. Pick up the phone and give me a call. I do need to speak with you. Man about town. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Hi, Chad. Nice to see you this evening, Chad. Hi, Karen. Hello, Nicole. What's going on? So let me just fix this. I've got this new camera. New camera works pretty good. It's not too bad. It's pretty good, except, with the 2K, it's like every line in your face becomes a gosh darn valley. You were away in Chicago working. I expect better from a Canadian, like less bullshit. But the fact is, as my friend used to say back in the day, you have a dime, you can go to a payphone and drop a dime and call me up and spend 5 minutes talking to me. It costs that much and that much time. Hey, Nicole. That was got to be the Plecostomus smashing around the water in the smaller tank. Hey, PJ. No, I didn't. I looked at it, but I honestly, when I saw Singapore and I said, it'll get here probably by Halloween if I buy it right now. And you know me, I like to have the thing sooner than a month and a half away. That's delaying my gratification a little too much. And that's what they were saying as far as the shipping is concerned, and the fact that, I don't know if you saw what happened at the port of San Pedro in Long Beach yesterday, but there was a container ship. I still can't. I'm closing my eyes and having visuals of it. These tractor trailers have containers on them. Those are the containers that are on the ships, except they were stacked 10 containers high. And then I forgot how many containers across we're talking about, but something happened, a terrible malfunction, and one container went, and then another, and then the whole row went, and then the row behind it started going, to the point where there were 60 freaking containers that fell into the water from China, all goods from China. So I don't know. Hey, Aaron. Aaron, how are you? I'll see you on Friday night. Wait. I want to back up. Hold up, everybody. I want to read what Scotty said. Hey, Annie. Oh, whoa. Hi, Annie. Yeah, well, it was just, that's all that merchandise and all that property and all those things that are being, the goods that are basically fuck. It was a mess. They were showing the Coast Guard pushing, trying to keep the containers in this small area. And I'm thinking, what if one of those things just decides to just take on water and sink? I didn't think they were exactly watertight. Who knows? So, hey, adorable. Hey, why? You did see that, huh? That was pretty crazy. Yeah, it looked like Dom. Exactly. They said it. And I was saying, yeah, it looks like fucking giant dominoes because those are just so, just so scary. So, yes, Scott's. Hey, Dana, how are you? Yes, Scott's amazing. An amazing pain in the ass. I mean, crap. So let me get this straight, Scott. Now that you're back in Canada, you still couldn't just pick up the phone and give a holler. On Friday night, we have the Scarecast coming out on Instagram and I know on Instagram he's got like 163,000 subscribers or followers. I heard he's got more on TikTok. Here's the funniest thing. I got 180, I think, followers on TikTok. Yet most of my videos have got anywhere from a couple of thousand views all the way up to 124,000 views. And it's to me, I'm just dumbstruck. I don't quite get it. Oh, you're frying chicken. I just had a salad, okay? I'm not interested in hearing about fried chicken. I'd love to have some. It's a little late to be making it. Stop interrogating you? Go look up what the word interrogating means. No one's interrogating you. If I was interrogating you, said, well, so you got back tonight. What the hell took you so long? You still haven't picked up the phone and called? My God, what the fuck is with you? Why haven't you called? What are you waiting for? You just think I'm some piece of sliced toast? You can just toss around like I'm just like a goddamn walking doormat? Is that what you mean? That's interrogating Scott on tape. Tit. Got that? I'm just pointing out a few of the obvious facts of the matter that, you know, if you gave a shit, you'd picked up the phone days ago and called. That's what I'm getting at. You don't understand I'm sorry. The young generation just doesn't quite grasp a hold of what words mean and the knowledge that therein lies of being a little bit more on top of the game than making accusations blatantly and blindly about somebody. And now I'm starting to sound like goddamn Rod Serling. That's what I said. It's Rod Serling. Yes, Chad, we all love Rod Serling. And for some reason, Scott on tape. Tit. Nothing to hope about. In the Twilight Zone, things are not a matter of hope or prayer. They are justification in the karmic sense of the word. Everybody that enters into the Twilight Zone gets what they deserve. In the end, that's just the way it is. Not real life, but life as we wish it was. No, I've saved the link, by the way, PJ. Thank you very much for that. I've got the link. No, I can go, PJ, did you notice? And what we're talking about, want to bring you up to speed on this is PJ referred me to a link or sent me a link to the latest Beetlejuice figurines. And there were 4 different sets. And if you get all sets, and by the way, they also give you another 20% discount. So it was like, and here's the kicker. They're charging tax. And they're in Taipei. And I'm thinking, wait a second. How does the US collect tax on an item that's sold from overseas and is not even part of the contiguous 48 states plus the 2, Alaska and Hawaii? Makes no sense. You can't tax something that's sold from out of the country. That just doesn't matter. It doesn't work. So, and they were charging California tax. Yeah, where the hell's the bell? The bell's over there. I gotta go get the bell. Bolts can give bolts, and he says bolts can give views to video. I would Wouldn't ever hit bolts. You mean bots? I don't think these were bots. There was because there were so many fucking comments on the video. I was like, I said, this gosh darn video has been sitting on YouTube for at least 2 years because it was on the episode. The same clip was used on the episode of Fight Club that we shot 2 years ago, and it was already on YouTube before that. We're talking about where the girl's hair got picked up. It's just ridiculous. To me, it's like, that's got 124,000 views. And I said, the freaking front door one's only got 25,000 views on it. I said, that doesn't make sense. I said, that was the salacious one with the door. We're talking about Lindsay Lohan. And I said, yeah, the air left my tires. And right as I do, the door opens up on its own. And these people are like, I'm glad you like my book, Dana. That gives me warm feelings all over. And I'm serious about that. It's getting chilly up there in the great north. Oh boy, great northeast. You're kidding me, Evie. That's terrible. Yeah, they're charging Katya. They're charging California tax on that. I'm going, why? You're in Indonesia. You're not paying California sales tax. What the fuck? Do you have a favorite Twilight Zone episode? Oh, I love Night Gallery Purple Door. I love Twilight Zone, and I've got the Twilight Zone bedside companion. So every time an episode comes on that I'm not familiar with, I get it to read the story of what the inspiration was and what the meaning of the story was for the writer. Usually, a lot of the shows were written by Rod himself, which is interesting. Hey, Weeze, how are you? Nice to see you there. Hey, Will One. Honestly, the thing I like most about the Twilight Zone, and people hate me when I say this because it's true, it's Aesop's fables, all modernized. I mean, when you look at 90% of the show of the Twilight Zone, there's a cryptic, in some cases, meaning behind it, a moral kind of a story behind it that leads you to understand more about the human condition than anything. That's what I really loved about that show. So, I mean, that's what's fascinating. By the way, since I am on the laptop, we have freedom again. And no, I haven't done any TikTok lives, but I intend to do some more soon. Like Friday night, I'm going to do a TikTok live. And yes, I'll probably do a YouTube live as well, guaranteed, because I need to really get the brand of the house out there. So if you guys could help, the least I'm asking for is you not to buy a copy of the book that's sponsoring this show. That's right, Goes to Cielo Drive. That's right, Goes to Cielo Drive by yours truly. You can get a copy. I know some of you already have, including Katya, who's got a copy, and Dana, because I know I sent them copies recently. If you like, I can read a little from the book. And yes, I can also read from the Scary Stories book as well. Wow. The first page I just turned to says second year anniversary, August 31st and September 1st, 2004, ghost investigation. Wow, that's just ironic. Hey, Annie. Oh, that's she's on the Wheeze. All right. David, YTube. Yes, YouTube. YouTube.com/DavidOman. And Evie you do have the book. That's right. I sent it to you. That's right. No, Brooks, don't give me that. You know the one. Which one, Brooks? Tell me. If you're going to pull that, which one do you want me to read, Dana? You mentioned it. You got it today or you got it yesterday, Katya? I mean, you got it yesterday because right now it's your time. It's the middle of the night. What is it, Katya? It's like 5 in the morning your time? Dana, I got a lot on my mind. Make it easier for me to give you what you'd like me to give you, which is the chapter you want me to read from. Tell me. I know you, Dana. That doesn't mean I know which chapter you want me to read. Come on. Dana, come on. Cut the crap. You all can blame the delay in me reading the book on Dana. She's holding it up. I got your book last week. I'm really enjoying it. I know I said, well, thanks, Annie. I appreciate that. I hope you like it. It's 5 a.m. there in Germany. Yeah, you're 9 hours. Yeah, right. Sorry, Katya. God, you are a diehard, Katya. That you're up at 5 a.m. to watch me go on. Reggie. Hey, Reg. Hold on one second. I have to fix the dog. Are you doing it again? I took the thing off. You see, wouldn't lick that spot into an abscess. You know what this is? This is called the collar of shame. You put it on a dog so he can't go at him. At the person licking at himself. He had some kind of a nodule. No, I know what it was. It was his nipple, because he's so old, his nipple basically got filled with blood and it popped, and he's been licking it. Now he's got a whole area where the hair is gone and it's red. So I had to put this on him because I looked over there and he was looking. I'm putting this on because you licked yourself stupid. And I'm not saying you licked yourself stupid. I'm saying you licked yourself stupid. Stupid by the point that you've got a large, lack of better terms, a abscess on the way. If I don't put this on and I don't treat it with some gosh darn medication, you're going to have a nice big raw open wound that you will have created with your tongue. No, I'm not, this isn't acting. I'm actually talking. You want to see what I'm talking about? Here. Reggie, show the people where you are and what I'm talking about. See that? See him? There he is. Can you see that? Can you see him? You see him there? Yeah. Him. He the one doing it. So I have to put this on. So bear with me. Who's the idiot? Who's the idiot? I'm not the idiot. How bad is it? That's on the other side, so we're only looking at it. I don't want to put this on you. No, I do not. You putz. You are such a little. You're gonna wear it anyways, though, because I can't keep my eyes on you 24/7. I don't like putting it on you. Such nuts. Oh, look who's here. Here, you want to see a funnier thing? You want to see the funniest thing in the house? Here's what's right now the funniest thing in the house. This one. That one. Look at that one. You talk about craziness. Hey, Dom. What are you thinking, Dom? She's so attentive. It's not funny. Here, get this out of the way. Dom, your father loves you. I love you, kooky cat. Reggie, I love you. I hate to do that to you as well. And I do hate to do that to him. I don't like to make him look, feel uncomfortable. But when you lick yourself stupid, it's stupid that's me, not him. Where is Pad? Yeah, where's Pad? Padriac, where are you? I know. That's why I was doing that. I had to go stop him from licking it into an abscess, into a problem. So, well, thank you. I think you've seen this shirt enough times, or one of these shirts enough times, Katya. I appreciate it. Hey, JJ. No, he's old. And one of his nipples basically was old and dried up, and it got a little blood in it, and he kept licking it. It popped open, and you're getting your chicken. Very good, Dana. My girlfriend Nancy and her sexual encounter. Oh, that one. Oh, that's all right. She wants me to read you. All right, I'm going to read you that story from the book. Yes, from the book. His camera looks like pulsating. My camera, this new camera looks bad. Oh, I see that. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? That's got to be the autofocus is malfunctioning, or it's functioning and it's seeing something that shouldn't be that we don't see. All right, so let's get back to this. Got to catch up. Beautiful Dom, cat hanging around. Yeah, Sam, I don't know what Sam is. Yes, I love my puppy. Well, I love my puppies, but what's going on as far as Joy? You're on for Friday night, right? Oh, the page I came to, right? Here, I'm going to read from this chapter. David, blue eyes, you always look good. Well, thanks, Evie. Great. Have to cover the 2 pictures of people I don't really talk to and care about on the other page. After I finished the original shooting of my movie, my girlfriend Nancy was spending the night. We got to wait for him to finish scratching. I'll see you Friday night then, Joy. Very funny. The DavidOman Oman show. Yes. I don't have the money to spend on doing shirts. That's the thing. You okay, dog? You just ate, So let me read the rest of the book. Please, Reggie. My eyes are getting blurry for some reason. Oh, fuck it. Use this. There you go. Nice job. She was a makeup artist on feature films, very spiritual. On what turned out to be our last night together, we were having a discussion about something, and we both had our opinions set. I remember her making an off-color comment that, for whatever reason, hit me the wrong way. And at that moment, I said to myself, that's it. I think we're done with this relationship. And I decided not to bother getting into it with her at that moment. I just went to bed and said not a word. All right. Hi, Audra. I think so too, Annie. I think so too. All right, let me get back to this. Oh, good. He lied down. That's good. That's it. We're done here for this relationship. I just went to bed and said not a word. It was about midnight when it happened. I remember that in a symbolic gesture. I crossed my arms on my chest like I was a corpse, or more like the relationship is dead, and fell fast asleep. I woke up at 9:15 a.m. in the morning, and when I did, I noticed that I was still in the same position as when I went to bed, both arms folded on my chest. I hadn't moved an inch. I thought, wait a second, I'm a notorious sleeper. I've tossed and turned every night and usually wake up in the middle of the night to grab a bite or to go to the bathroom. This was very strange, to be honest. Then Nancy, who was to my right side, Nancy, who was on my right side, who was sleeping on the left side of the bed, closest to the sliding glass window to the balcony, woke up. She's grinning from ear to ear, and she's beaming at me with exuberance and says, well, Tiger, you were something else last night. I don't think I've ever had a better orgasm in my life from you. I heard this and thought, wait a second. I fell asleep like a corpse and woke up like a corpse. And she's talking about me making her orgasm? I still have not a single thought of interest in her. Still, from what she said last night, this was so strange. Wait a second. Don't say a word. Let her go on about the details before I say a peep. And this is how I fell asleep, like this. And I woke up and I went like this. I said, whoa, that's a trip. I'm still in the same position I was in when I went to bed. I said, that never happened. So that was the position. So I looked up to her and said, really? Do tell me about what all I did to you last night. Nancy said, for first you started to kiss my feet and each toe on the tops. Then you started to kiss the back of my foot and then up my calf, kissing and licking my calves, and then working your way up to my thighs, kissing and licking until you went in for the kill and exploded. No, it went in for the kill and just devoured me for what I felt like was an hour. I climaxed and just exploded. It was the best orgasm of my life. I couldn't take it anymore, I said. Take it anymore. I said, really? Best orgasm of your life. Well, don't you remember that that last off-color comment you made right before we went to bed? Well, after you said that, I decided that we were done. And at that moment, I folded my arms across my chest symbolically, called our relationship dead. And that's the way I woke up, in the same position the same position as when I went to bed, arms folded on my chest. I didn't move an inch. So it wasn't me that gave you the most incredible orgasm that you experienced. Nancy looked up at me and said, it had to be you. Who else could it have been? It could have done that if not you. I remember looking at your smiling face on my right side. You had this mischievous grin on your face afterwards. I began to think what she said and then replied, on your right side? That's on the side of the bed that's next to the window. I was on your left side, and I always am when you sleep over. So I know for sure it wasn't me. She looked at me and swore that he was there, and it wasn't a dream. My suspicions were that it was Jay. He realized that I was done with my relationship with Nancy and saw an opportunity to take advantage of her. She did later that morning see the photograph online and swore that was him, in fact, his smile and his face that she saw looking back at her from the side of the bed. Shortly after I showed her the photo of Jay, she was flustered and we never saw each other again. As I mentioned, I was done with that relationship. I lost people from, gosh, I'm reading from my good book. Hey, share with your friends. Yeah, the fish tank's turned on. I didn't turn it off. No, I just heard that weird, like, Sam? I heard something. I don't know what the hell I heard, but I heard something. So what did I miss? You guys were writing us while I was reading. Weasel is less unblocked. Yes, Weasel is not blocked. Boy, is Les here? I haven't seen Les's name. I've been reading, if you haven't paid attention. That's what requires putting my eyes into the book and reading the book. I can't read your comments, so I wouldn't know. Stop by, say hi, everyone. The big game. Katya, glasses. Well, right now I'm a little exhausted, so my eyes are squinting. That's why. Les isn't here. I don't know, Evie. Got here late. I haven't seen Les. Oh, no. Is he still there? I don't think he's here. I haven't seen Les. Thanks, Evie. Katya, exactly. What was also Walking Dead games? Players in the role in different ghosts in the house. This would be a little different, though, I think. If we did something here at the house, I've had a few people say, look, we want to do a virtual tour. I said, well, you can always, because we can incorporate video clips from each area that you have video footage and supplant it in there. It's like, and say, make it what? So they can actually sit in that environment and see the paranormal activity happening as if they were there. So that'd be interesting. But again, it's all, they're spitballing. Very funny, Don. Very, very funny. Mega big fun. It'd be fun. It would be an interesting thing, about the house and stuff. Book, movie. Katya, do you know anybody in the entertainment industry in Germany that knows anybody here? I mean, I need somebody from a studio to sit down and say, look, we want to buy the franchise and IP and work with you to develop it. It's like, go ahead, let's do it. Universal would be nice. No, I don't drink coffee. No. Hey, Para. Oh, you saw that old episode? That episode's 19 years ago. It was 2006 they shot that. So, yep, that was one of the early shows we were on. I mean, God, 20 years of shows. It's 20 years of shows. There's a dozen shows in 20 years we've done that you guys could see. I'm doing good, Aline. How are you? By the way, does anybody out there watching know anybody at all in any of the big studios? Yeah, I'm serious. Does anybody know anybody in the studios? Yeah, I've been here for 23 years now, Para. Domino. Well, 21 years investigating. We did the first investigation in 2004. So, yeah, I had somebody on, what was it? The Scared and Impaired from Friday Night Beers commenting, saying, you're a narcissist. I'm going, do you even know what the frickin' word means? I said, where did you go to school? Get your psychology degree. I don't have it. I said, yeah, well, there you go. He goes, because in that video, I was kowtowing them and telling them to stop ringing the bell. Oh, let me get the bell. There's no point in talking if the bell's not here. We had the bell. There's the bell. All right. No, stay. Go stay. Good boy. Hi, Don. You going cookie cat? The bell. Oh, you didn't see that? Shit. Crap. Let's put this further back. Oh, don't go side. Don't give me the gosh darn. I don't want Adam West and gosh darn Batman. What do you got? Can you do it here? How far do you go? Here? So there, you can just see the top of the bell. There. You see the top of the bell? No, I want a better crisp and clean ring. Ding. That's more like it. There we go. Last time we used it, it only went off like 2 times in an hour. So I'm now I had to push the gosh darn. In so doing, getting this into frame, I had to push this monitor back, the laptop. So the laptop's not exactly large. So I got to sit there and I got to, God. It's just funny. I got to read it from there. So, yeah. Excuse me, my dear goodness. Hey, is Scott around or is Scott gone? Katya says, David, you life in the house. Yes, I live in the house. No, I don't have a second property. I do sleep here. There's nowhere else for me to sleep. I'm not sleeping out on the balcony or out in the street in front of the house. I sleep inside the house. Yes, for real. Well, I don't know. I don't understand. Whoa, Jesus, my fish is going kooky. What's the matter? No, my big tinfoil barb in my 90-gallon tank is going nuts. I don't know what he's doing and why, or she's doing. Just, I'm noticing it, that's all. In any event, my point was, a lot of people said, do you just come in for weekends or do you just come in for events? And I'm going, no, where else am I going to live? And this isn't this year. So through the years, people are going, what do you think, I'm made of money? God help me. I wish you did too, Evie, but it has to be somebody local here in the States. I would stay in bed always thinking ghosts would play around. They don't really, how to say this, ghosts have bigger and better things to do than to try to scare us. That's not the way they work. That's not their thing. PJ, if you don't hear the tapping now, then it wasn't the fish tank. What I heard was basically the fish, the tinfoil barb splashed the water just. And I said, what the hell? it was just, that was it. But it was not a tapping. No, there was no tapping sound there involved. Something like that, Evie. And I'm just trying to listen to the ambient sounds of the room to see if there's anything that could be mistaken for a tapping, like maybe the refrigerator or the icebox filling up. And I'm just the aquarium right there, right behind us, the 90-gallon aquarium. I didn't turn off the pump. And I just put water in it. Literally, I filled it all the way up so that it wasn't making sounds. And now it's dropped about half an inch in 5 days. Jesus, that's crazy. If I don't have a leak, then that's healthy. That's crazy evaporation. But no, it's a county tax, and it's about one. That's you, Reggie. I got that. The house just seems very lively tonight. I don't know why. Oh, I'm sure I can answer that. I will take care of that tomorrow. All right. God, I'm getting bothered by them. So, hey, spirits. This is how stupid. I'm staring at the bell. I'm thinking, what, the fucking bell's going to talk back to me? The spirits are everywhere but in the bell. Hey, spirits, could you ring the bell, please? Give us a sign that you're here. Yeah, the sound of the water running really sucks. I will admit that. What the huh?